Street Nasheed right here in Los Angeles, making it do what it do, man. Y'all check out Black Authentic Truth. Get some real good games on YouTube. Black Authentic Truth, man. Check it out, man. Real good information.
It's the Sanders family and trying to humble them and trying to give them, you know, send them a message and send them a lesson. And the lesson was you was not bigger than the program. Now he got drafted or whatever, but you had a lot of haters. You had a lot of people hating on the Sanders family, and you had a prank call. You had somebody that called Sanders acting like they were, you know, about to choose him, about to pick him and draft him, when really it was just a son of a coach from the Atlanta Falcons.
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Way to go!
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man.
No, for sure.
We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Way to go!
What does that mean?
What? What did he say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
You said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So now the NFL has handed down a fine for this defensive coordinator and the Atlanta Hawks, $350,000 worth of fines. You know what I mean? And you know, as people were saying, he should be humble. That's what he get. Take a slice of that humble pie. Well, it seems as though for all of the haters, all of the Karenators, that the NFL didn't agree with you. And that prank call was legendary. Well, they handed down a legendary fine, $350,000 to $250,000 to the Atlanta Hawks, and $100,000 to the defensive coordinator who left his computer open, and his son somehow got the Sanders phone number and made that prank call. Now, let's be real. In the real world, when you have a job and you have sensitive information and somehow that sensitive information gets leaked and you're not supposed to be allowing anybody to get into your computer, like my computer at work, we have different levels of security where it's impossible for somebody to be able to get sensitive information of the company. But if that was to happen in a lot of these companies, they would let you go. Hey, good evening to you, Alex Corbin in Atlanta. Good evening to you. If you had sensitive information on your computer, you had some job where you hold information that is sensitive and somehow it gets out and somebody else gets it that is not a part of the company, usually you're going to be fired. Usually you're going to be let go. The NFL is not firing the defensive coach. These kids, and let's just say Shedeur Sanders, he doesn't need money. He grew up into a pretty good life with his father being Deion Sanders. So his money is not an issue. He just loves the game. But think about this. A lot of other young black males, they work their whole life to get to that point and to wait on that call to see whether or not they're going to get on a team, which in turn will change, their lives and their families' lives. And to get a prank call at that time, that's real bad taste. That's real bad taste. There's really nothing funny about it, And then the severity of it is that regular people don't want their phone number leaked. We don't want nobody to, be able to prank call us. I remember when we was growing up, a lot of times people would just dial a random number and prank call somebody. But this is a NFL employee, Atlanta Falcons employee that carries sensitive information. So nobody should be privy to that information. Yes, Alex Corbin, I agree. It was a childish prank call, and this is coming from a 21-year-old. The prank call is not a child. They were saying the young man and boy, but no, this is a grown man. You 21, you are considered an adult. At least we know that we know that you can make adult decisions. Decisions. And so, it's really no excuse for it. But the NFL showed that all the people that were saying that it was nothing wrong with it and it was funny and that it was legendary. Well, the NFL didn't agree with you. The NFL handed down a fine. They didn't agree that it was funny and it was heavy and, you know, it was a slice of humble pie. They didn't agree with that. And so now that boy, that young man, or that man, him and his father are going to have to eat some humble pie. The Atlanta Falcons is going to have to eat some humble pie. $250,000 worth and $100,000 worth to that particular family of the defensive coach. So yeah, that was legendary.